This is why people hate zoners in NetherRealm games. So we are I'm in head mode, right? But it is Mortal Kombat. It's because NetherRealm can't make zoners. They can't. They have shown that they are completely incapable of making zoners a fun, challenging, and interesting playstyle. NetherRealm believes that zoning is spamming projectiles. That's what they think it is. They can say otherwise. But the reality is, one of the best zoners in the game is Sonya. And what does she do? I made a meme video about her being Onision because her entire game plan is onion rings. Spam, 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 spam. Nobody buys a fighting game to do fucking run away and shoot, right? You buy a fighting game. You buy a game about karate because you want to do karate. But more importantly, nobody buys a fighting game to win a match by doing the same move over and over and over. Those people they'll win here and there. They'll think they're good. Then they'll fight someone that knows how to beat it. They'll lose. They'll quit. They'll never come back. That's the key. They never come back, right? Spamming projectiles is not zoning. If you go back and you watch my video on fundamentals, zoning is space control. You are putting a button or a projectile or a move or a whatever on screen to control a space and say you cannot be here. That's what zoning is. And you oftentimes do that with different moves. That's what depth is. That's why people say Tekken has more depth than Mortal Kombat, even though Tekken has no zoning. It's because in order for me to do anything in Tekken, I have to use my entire command list to be effective. In Mortal Kombat, I can pick Sonya and spam onion rings. I can pick Baraka and spam blade sparks. And 9 times out of 10, unless you have been playing this game for many, many years, you can't get around that. And so you lose to somebody who only did one move the whole match, and you're like, yeah, this game is bullshit, and this is fucking stupid, and I don't want to play this. And that's why 11 million people bought this game, and we pull up the Twitch chat, right? We pull up the Twitch metrics, and there are 1,200 people watching Mortal Kombat on Twitch right now. How many people are playing in Combat League? I can go on Combat League, and it'll take me 2 minutes to get a fucking match because people don't want to sit there and lose to one move spam. Okay, zoning is not a pussy play style. It's actually a very difficult play style. Anyone who can effectively zone in any other fighting game gets my respect. If you're a Blaze Blue player and you can zone me out with V13, you are fucking godlike. Okay, if you're a Guilty Gear player and you can zone me out with Dizzy, you are fucking godlike and I respect you and you are a quality skilled player. If you are a Dhalsim main in Street Fighter and you can keep me out with Dhalsim, you are fucking good. Why? Because those characters have to use their entire command list to be able to function with their designed fight style, right? Whereas in Mortal Kombat and every NetherRealm game, NetherRealm thinks that zoning is projectile spamming, and that is wrong. The entire zoning playstyle came from Ryu and the fireball trap, right? Ryu corners you, pushing you into the corner, and then he does fireballs to keep you in the corner. When you jump over the fireballs, he uppercuts you, right? And it's deceiving because you think he's using one move to keep you in that corner and then the uppercut to get you back into the corner. But you don't realize that Ryu, Street Fighter, has multiple projectiles per character. In Mortal Kombat, Sonya has one onion ring. And she can amplify it, and that's it. It's onion ring and amplified onion ring. Whereas Ryu is going to zone you in Street Fighter with slow fireball, medium fireball, heavy fireball, EX fireball, good-ass normals, right? Down, crouching medium kick, right? And then if you try to jump, he's got light Dragon Punch, heavy Dragon Punch, medium Dragon Punch, EX Dragon Punch. He could do an anti-air super. Like Ryu has to use many, many moves. Even though the fireball looks the same, the speeds are different. They are different moves. Ryu has to use different moves to zone you. Dhalsim has to use every single normal. He's got to use standing medium punch, standing medium kick to anti-air you, fucking crouching heavy punch to get you full screen. Like he has to use every move to zone you out. But when I get zoned out in Mortal Kombat, it's like, dude, this shit is stupid. Like, yeah, I could sit here and crouch walk the whole screen and get in and blow you up. Or I could just play another game that's more fun, that's going to be more challenging. Because fighting zoners in this genre, the NRS genre, It's not fun. It's not deep. It's not interesting. And if you play that way, you're just kind of a bitch. And like, there's a reason why zoners don't do well in tournaments, right? Like the only zoner that's doing well in tournaments is fucking Dragon, and he doesn't even zone with fucking Cetrion. He plays the nooch, and he rushes you down. He doesn't stand there and throw boulders all day. I've watched him play thousands of matches. He doesn't do that. And he is the premier zoner in our community, and he doesn't even zone because NetherRealm doesn't know how to make an effective zoner that is deep, interesting, and fun to play. NetherRealm thinks zoning is, here's a projectile, do that a lot. If they can't get in, fuck them. But what are you going to do when I do get in? What are you going to do against someone that knows how to fight that? And what are you going to do to keep people from quitting this game? Because 11 million people bought it, and I can tell you 11 million people aren't playing it right now. But there's like 50 million people playing fucking Fortnite, right? And Fortnite is all running and shooting. So why is it Mortal Kombat, half the cast, right? Half of this cast can be just broken down into run away and shoot. Like, what does Johnny Cage do? He's aggressive nooch. But you know what you could do? You could pick outtake, run away and shoot. Why is it Fortnite, that is all run away and shoot, has millions of players? Mortal Kombat does not have millions of players, and they do the fucking same shit. Why? Because run away and spamming a projectile is not fun. It is not fun to play. It is not fun to fight. It is not very intelligent. It is not impressive. I don't think you're good if you can fight me on Wi-Fi in fucking 400 ping and pick Jade and spam fucking ground sparks and purple shit and just run the whole match. Like, that's not exciting, interesting, fun, or deep. NetherRealm can't make zoners. That's why everybody hates zoners in NetherRealm games, because you don't see this in other communities. When V13 locks you down full screen, hit confirming into full long range combos, nobody really complains. They're like, oh, that sucks, I got zoned out. But that was fucking cool, right? In Marvel vs. Capcom, when someone picks Moradoom and they fucking lock you down fucking full screen with fucking shadow fireballs and fucking doom missiles, that shit is hard. And you have to think about where you're going to be placing all your projectiles because you're doubling them up, right? That shit takes a lot of thought. That's why everybody was so impressed when Chris G won Evolution in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 with the Moradoom team. Everybody was impressed because they're like, that's not very easy to do. It looks simple, but it's actually very hard. And the guy has to utilize his entire command list at all times to make that work. He's not just spamming. But in Mortal Kombat, when somebody sits there and picks a dumbass character like fucking Noob Saibot or Baraka, and they just jump back and throw projectiles, it's not impressive, it's not deep, it's not fun to fight that. I can beat it. I have tons of VODs on my YouTube channel of me beating up specifically people that do that dumb shit. I blow that shit up all the time. I'm not scared of it. But like at the end of the day, when it says round one fight and I see you pick Jade and you just jump back and you spam projectiles, and it's like, do I really want to beat this guy's ass? Like, what am I going to accomplish? I'm going to beat this idiot who's like not even very good at this game. Maybe I'll teabag him and embarrass him and we can all laugh at it. But like at the end of the day, he's not a good player, but this game is actively encouraging him to play like that. Because you go and you pick Jade and you bang out a bunch of projectiles in Combat League and you think you're good and you're getting the positive reinforcement of getting a random win every now and then, but you're not good. And this game does not encourage you to get better. It does nothing to sit there and say, hey, what you're doing, like, yeah, it's kind of a gimmick. It'll beat like beginners, but it's not going to beat anybody good. Maybe you should incorporate other moves from your command list into your play style to be a more well-rounded fighter. Mortal Kombat, Injustice, NetherRealm games, they don't do that. They don't encourage you to explore your character because you can get a couple of wins on Combat League, right? Your average player isn't going to sit there and play this game for 8 hours like I do. They're going to log in, they're going to do their 5 Combat League matches. They may win 2 out of 5 with just jump back projectile, runaway projectile. They'll win 2 out of 5 and say, you know what, I'm actually pretty good. I'm actually pretty good at this game. And then they're not. They're ass. So yeah, zoners are fucking shit. NetherRealm can't design them. They don't know what they're doing when it comes to zoning. It's just boring, stupid, dry, annoying shit that no one wants to fight. Give us a zoner that's worth a shit. Give us a zoner that uses their entire command list to control the screen. RoboCop is close, okay? Cetrion was actually pretty damn close to being the type of zoner that's interesting and takes brain thought to make work, but then they gave her dumb shit like teleport and tornado, and now it's like, oh fuck, this character's a better rushdown character than a fucking zoner. NetherRealm, learn how to zone. Learn how to zone. Call your boy the Beast of Legend. I'll help you design a deep ass zoner. I'll make your game tight. Anyways, that's my TED Talk. Fuck you people.